let's go ahead and go to this first report.
Surprise, surprise. It turns out the NSA has been using your information for a lot more than just fighting international terrorism. Has your wife ever cooked anything in a pressure cooker?
Yes.
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 I personally have not, but like I said, my mom is really into pressure cooker recipes.
Is she a terrorist?
No.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No, very, very much not a terrorist.
At one time, the wife had looked up pressure cooker recipes, and at another time, her husband was looking up backpacks. They came to their house. The federal agents came to their house and started asking them a bunch of questions about being terrorists. Do you feel comfortable with the fact that your Google searches are being used in this way?
Sure, I have nothing to hide. They can question me all they want.
I'm sure it's an effort to keep us all safe, and hopefully that was cleared up pretty easily with a few good answers.
If you don't have anything to hide, then you don't have any, then you shouldn't be scared of. Then you shouldn't be scared of anything.
No, I don't do no provocative searches anyway. So,
how do you feel about the NSA logging all your Google searches and sometimes supplying that to local police?
Good.
You're good. You feel good about that? You don't think that that's entrapment?
It's bad.
That entrapment is bad. Have you been drinking today?
No.
So you're comfortable with the NSA collecting your innocuous Google searches?
I am.
Everyone's okay with it. They're like, I like being spied on. It is cool.
Honestly, we need to be safe.
For the InfoWars Nightly News, I'm Leanne McAdoo.
We need to be safe. Were they safe in Nazi Germany? Were they safe in Soviet Russia? No. Are they using this data for corporate fraud? Are they using it to be able to con the people? Are they using it to be able to gouge folks and manipulate the market? Absolutely. We're not safe because we have a tyrannical government. Historically, that's the most dangerous thing. Now, contrast that with Gigi's report here, where she went out to the spontaneous rallies to impeach Obama that happened nationwide here in Austin and the people she talked to. Here's that report.
I'm Gigi Arnetta reporting for Infowars.com and Infowars Nightly News, and we're standing here on an overpass at Manor Drive in Austin, Texas, where people are honking for Obama's impeachment. So what gave you guys this idea?
this is a national movement. We started by James Neighbors, who's up in Oklahoma. We now have we've got groups like this in all 50 states. And, yeah, we're just out here trying to raise people's awareness a little bit and get them woken up to what's going on with the Obama administration and try to get him out of office.
So you believe that these are definitely not phony scandals?
Definitely not. They're felonies, you know, and we elect these folks to govern us, but not to rule us. And we have a constitution to limit the federal government's power, and they're just shredding the Constitution daily.
I want to know how many people are out there that would like to be doing something. They get frustrated. They say, well, I'm going to do something tomorrow, and I'm going to do something today, something that's going to count. You know, you got to get out of from behind the computer and go out and try to get some things done.
We're in a neighborhood where people actually told us that, oh no, you don't want to go out there. You know, there are too many people for Obama out there. But we're getting a great response, and we're going to stay out here as long as we can.
I'm going to be out here every chance I get. I took off work for this today. I mean, I'd take off work if I was sick or if I had a sick child. The Republic's sick. It needs help. That's what I'm here for.
One group near Los Angeles has 1,780 people. 1,780 people. That's incredible. One group.
And if you go to overpasses.org, you can find out more information about the event they're having August 17th. Get out and help. Help change what's happening to our Constitution. I'm Gigi Arnetta reporting for Infowars.com and Infowars Nightly News.
All right, that's Gigi Arnetta. Good job there. Look, everywhere on the sitcoms, the dramas, Miss USA, you name it, they are pushing that we're safe if we're spied on. And here's a clip from Miss USA pageant this year. This is just one of them. And they told them, to win, you go out and say you want to be spied on. Remember a few years ago, a lady said she wanted liberty and didn't want the Patriot Act? So they said, oh, she lost. She was runner-up because she said she wanted freedom. That's why they all say, I want UN. I love the government. I want world government. I want, it's an agenda they're pushing. Okay, so listen to this mindlessness right here.
Government tracking of phone records has been in the news lately. Is this an invasion of privacy or necessary to keep our country safe? Why or why not?
Miss Alabama.
I think the society that we live in today, it's sad that if we go to the movies or to the airport or even to the mall that we have to worry about our safety. So I would rather someone track my telephone messages and feel safe wherever I go than feel like they're encroaching on my privacy. Thank you.
And again, thank you. She doesn't want to believe that the government could be criminal interests that took over. She doesn't want to believe they run Al-Qaeda when it's on record. I mean, I had Obama's senior, former head of foreign operations for the Secret Service with thousands of people under him on air saying, yeah, the president's involved with Al-Qaeda. Yeah, it's staged. I think these are fake terror alerts. He even said more off air. Because it's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the final clip I want to play. Here's Chris Rock, the same attitude. Obama is our daddy, and you do what your daddy says. Here it is.
So, you know, the president and the first lady are kind of like the mom and the dad of the country.
That's right, she's my mama, too.
And when your dad says something, you listen. And when you don't, it usually bites you in the ass later on. So I'm here to support the president. Thank you.
You know, it's funny, and they all look pleased when he says that, spoken like a good cult follower. My dad is named David R. Jones, and his father was named Jerry R. Jones, and then he had a dad named Dad Ross was the nickname. I don't even know my great-grandfather's name. I should know that on that side of the family. I know it was Dad Ross. I mean, I didn't know Obama. I thought my mother was Carol Jones. I didn't know that my mother was Michelle Obama, but I guess I go to restaurants now and there's little cards about she's telling me what to eat, and my kids were going to private school, and it was curriculum from her as well because it was accredited. I mean, so I guess they're full-time homeschooled now. You just can't get away from our mama and our daddy. Let's go to our reporters here. Leanne McAdoo, your report first, and we're going to play a few that disagreed tonight, but they were the vast minority. I'm told what out of the 10 people you talked to, 2 said, no, we have rights. I mean, my God, these people, don't they understand that North Korea is like this?
Exactly. I was shocked. They were literally zombies out there. And they were like, we got to be safe. We need to be safe. And I said, well, don't you feel like that's an invasion of your privacy? Don't you feel like that's entrapment? Well, we got to be safe. And Obama himself said, you know, you're not going to get hit by a terrorist more than a car accident. But we don't have a domestic spying program, you know, and that's what they don't.
Well, Miss Alabama's like, it's so dangerous now. What, honeybees that kill 200 and something people? Terrorists less than 100? What, it's so dangerous with guns? Gun crimes down 61%? Oh, it's so, no, they create the perception like a child thinking a boogeyman's under the table because the babysitter shows him Halloween. It ain't real, folks.
Exactly.
The threat's the government.
Exactly. And I asked the older gentleman who said, you know, his wife cooks with pressure cooker all the time. And I said, well, you'd be okay if they came and kicked down your door like they did with this family?
You're like, yes.
He said, well, you know, I'm sure we could get it all solved with just by answering a few of their questions.
Yeah, and let them come in with a SWAT team.
Yeah.
Gigi, contrasting that with the great people you saw out there in the 106-degree heat, one guy for 17 hours who had a medical condition, I'm told.
Sheeple come out. That's what it was like. It was amazing. People came out, and as I was leaving, people were actually showing up that you knew just by, you could tell they were like, well, should I be out here? But they came out anyway. And we were up on an overpass where you had to go quite a ways up. It's a pedestrian overpass to get there. And you could just see the intensity. And the people that I interviewed were so passionate about being there, and they were encouraging and telling people, you know, it's just not about...
They're alive.
Yeah, they're alive. It made me more alive. It was 104, and I came in, and I was ready to do it again. And that's what they were saying.
I think they said 106 yesterday.
Yeah, it was hot and windy, but it was great because as we were doing the interview, and there's more to it, where we were standing there, people were honking their horns. People were driving by and honking. In the middle of the interviews, they were just, you know, they had signs that said, impeach Obama, get your, and I'm not going to say the word, but it had donkey, out of the White House. Don't spy on me. They had all these signs all down the overpass, all the way across the overpass. It was pretty intense.
Well, just the contrast between the two people.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's why I wanted to get you guys in here today. Is it was the contrast on the nightly news of these two different groups of people, and then you see the folks out in California when Mark dies. But we've also been out there to interview people. If you say for Obama, we're going to put everybody that owns guns in a concentration camp for Obama. We're going to kill Jews for Obama. They'll say anything. It was for Obama. What do you? I mean, that's like mind control.
Well, absolutely. And the weird thing is, I've been out to some of these zombies before on other reports, and it makes me nervous because it's like they're in a trance on some kind of medication. They're not all there. And then when I went out to this, I didn't know what to expect. The people were alive. It made me excited. They were like, we need to defend the Constitution. We're standing up. And they had, I don't know if you saw, but they had armbands. And without, looking at it, you think, well, reminded me of something weird. So I asked, but it was for SEAL Team 6 that they were wearing armbands because I felt like... Oh,
it's good to bring that out that they clearly killed him, yeah.
And they want to stand.
Well, what do the SEALs think? They're not going to be sent on a fake bin Laden raid and not be killed. I mean, they're going to get rid of you.
Right.
You can't be part of this and not be killed.
But that's part of the phony scandal. That's what Obama...
Oh, Jay Carney said so. Who's a known admitted liar.
Well, that's why they're so scared of the people that are awake and alive and who are trying to rally together and make some changes. They like the zombies.
Well, I've thrown a lot of points out here. Great job on the reports and with the nightly news crew. There's going to be more tonight. But I want to send you guys back out, both of you now, and Jakari and everybody else, out there to then challenge them. I'm going to write some questions up and then say, so you support what they did in Soviet Russia and Nazi Germany. Why was it different there? Okay, well, this is illegal. Obama says they're not doing it, but they are. And really challenge them. I want to just say, what's wrong with you to these people?
Ask them to bring the truth. The truth.
Well, I would ask them, why do you seem so glaze-eyed?
Okay.
What's
wrong? Gladly do that.
Now, the one older guy, you could tell he was scared, just wanting to comply. Like, I'll do whatever you say. I think, the Fuhrer is good. I mean, it's basically that attitude of, I'll do whatever I'm told, just leave me alone.
Right, kick my door down.
Don't they get the tyrants want to dominate you and take your wealth? The fact that you lay down to them, that's what makes them run over you.
Well, they don't understand that. But they are going to do this again on the 17th of August, all across the United States. So if they go to overpasses.org, they can find out more about it.
Yeah, we should get the director of that on, and we should launch things like this as well. I mean, this is what it's all about. And will this one operation save us? No, but everything together, the resistance will.